Hey, runners. Hey, and welcome to my brand new Forever Runner podcast. This is episode number one. So, I wanted to start a podcast because I just wasn't comfortable doing these structured YouTube videos all the time. Uh, I just wanted to be able to. Um, just kind of talk about things, either myself or bring in some friends or guests to go over topics that I think you may be interested in regards to us older runners being able to keep it going as we get older. So I'm super excited to start this, and I'm gonna start off. Today I'll just explain a little bit about my background and and where I hope this goes, and then in the next couple of episodes will kind of be an overview of of kind of my view on how all this fits together. Uh, the how running fits together with our lifestyle, and it's the most amazing thing that we can be doing if we're going to enjoy life as we get older into our 70s, 80s, and 90s. So um, here we go. We're on for the ride. So for me, my story was kind of after college. I kind of started dabbling with running a little bit. Ended up doing the 10Ks and half marathons, and kind of settled into doing a couple of marathons a year. And I did that for quite some time. I'm not terribly fast. My fastest marathon was 3 hours and 12 minutes. Um, I was usually around 3:20 or 3:30, and thought I was doing pretty good with everything. I was getting hurt all the time, but that was just kind of part of the gig. But when I turned 50, I ended up having a heart attack, and as a result of the heart attack, we ended up doing a triple bypass surgery, open heart surgery, which was successful. And it got me kind of thinking about going in a little bit different direction. So uh, I decided to follow my doctor's orders. I was on a very low fat, high carb diet. I didn't eat cheese. Imagine that. I thought it was bad for me, and but I got into trail running, and from trail running got into ultra running. Found out that's something that kind of worked out for me. Running up in the mountains for crazy distances. Uh, Started having some success in the age group. I actually got sponsored by Hammer Nutrition, which was fantastic for their support, and uh, even managed to get a second in my age group in the 100K trail nationals. Um, so so anyway, I was having some success, and I got real excited being an age group racer that when I turned 60, I would finally get into a new age group and wouldn't be racing all those fast young guys anymore. So I hit the CrossFit gym. I was hitting that hard, and I just doubled up my training. And after I turned 60, I did very well, and I managed to win my age group in all the races that I did, and I felt like I was on a roll. Um, and then one morning in the CrossFit gym while we're warming up, I I had another mild heart attack, and that turned out okay. Kind of knew the drill then, but it I had to take a long look at what I was doing and uh, if what I was doing was leading me down the wrong path. And uh, so, fortunately, I ran into Dr. Phil Maffetone's trainings in his book, and I'd heard about that before, and it was just all this running slow stuff, and uh, but I decided I had to do something different. So I went through and adopted everything that he said, and I felt really funny. Here where I live, we all kind of run around this lake. It's a popular spot, and there I was just chugging away, taking little baby steps, running real slow. Um, but it was the only way I could kind of keep my heart rate down and run at the same time. And it it took a while. I made a lot of mistakes, but after a while, I noticed because of the way I was running, I was eating a low carb, higher fat type diet. Uh, that suddenly running was becoming easier. I was getting faster. I was losing weight. It seems weird, but over you know in my 50s to my 60s, I did like 60 ultra marathons. I mean, I was doing a lot of stuff, but I was always 5 to 10 pounds overweight the whole time. Didn't change no matter what I did, and uh, after a few months of following Dr. Phil Maffetone's uh, process, that all it all just dropped off, went away, and uh, I thought, wow, this is just amazing, and I was running faster, I weighed less, and I decided I wanted to share this, and so I ended up getting uh, uh, first I got uh, certified as a uh, health coach through Primal Health. That's Mark Sisson and Brad Kearns. A couple burned out professional triathletes who who found a basically adopting much of Dr. Phil's uh, methods was a much better way for athletes and just people in general to to structure their training and in their lifestyle. And I also got certified through the uh, Maffetone uh, course on his methods, so I felt I had a good background to go ahead um, and help other people. So I found it, and if you've tried this, if you're in your 50s or 60s or 70s, and you've tried uh, uh, Dr. Maffetone's uh, formula, 180 minus your age, uh, you you might have struggled quite a bit, and the reason for that is his formula is basically a very conservative way of putting you in the middle of your, let's say, your zone 2 range. But when you get up to about closer to your 60s and in your 70s, uh, what I found was that the formula just really doesn't work. It ends up putting your heart rate way too low. So I came up with kind of a process to sort all that out for people so that you could actually start off with an optimum heart rate to start your low heart rate training in and still be able to run and not have to uh, uh, either skimp along like I did or have to walk all the time to keep your heart rate down. So I got this all put together. It's actually a 9-step process. I call it the Forever Runner method. And um, now after boy, what's it been? 6 or 8 years of helping runners uh, through this process, it works. And uh, I'm kind of at this point. I'm on a mission. I just want to help uh, uh, runners who are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s to enjoy running more, so they don't quit. I don't know about you, but I'm 70 years old now, and most of the people I used to compete against are not running anymore. And it's really, really unfortunate because there's so many benefits to the running lifestyle, uh, to support your aging process, and to allow you, more freedom, independence, and vitality as you age. So um, so stay tuned, because actually in my next episode, episode 2, I'm just going to go through why I think uh, running is your ticket to better health as you get older, and uh, some of the things that I feel are very important, that you pay attention to uh, as an older runner. So once again, this is going to be fun doing this. I really appreciate you listening. Be sure you can either subscribe to my YouTube channel, Herb the Forever Runner, or click one of the buttons to go on your favorite podcast listening channel, and uh, let me know uh, what you're interested in as far as an older runner, and I'll try and answer as many questions that I can on these episodes for people. But again, thanks again, and we'll see you out on the roads and the trails.